What's happening, everybody? True 17. Gonna do a little mini rant. I guess you can call it a rant. Something like that. Just some thoughts about trading, trades, or selling of your cards. My cards in particular. That's why I'm talking about it. And trades and stuff like that. I hope you don't take any offense to my views about trading. If you do, then you probably shouldn't trade cards with me because we're not on the same page as far as trading goes. So I had to print this. Let me staple this right fast. So anyway, there's a lot of guys that I trade with regularly on here on YouTube and on Blog TV, and I trade with those particular guys regularly because we're on the same page as far as what we expect out of a trade, fairness, that kind of stuff. But there's a couple things that continuously come up. If I know a lot of you guys send me messages on YouTube, you know, offering cards for trade. Half of them, you know, if you've never gotten a response from me on one, it's probably because I didn't even get the message. I get so many stinking messages on YouTube, I don't even get a chance to look at them all. So I apologize if I never got back to you if you offered me some stuff via YouTube for trade. Or your trade is asking me for, number one, a card that's not mine. For you guys that don't know, about 95% of the boxes you see me opening on my YouTube videos are group breaks, and I'm not the owner of all those cards. I get so many guys messaging me about cards that are not even mine. They're not my cards, sorry. Another reason I probably don't respond to your trade is because you want one card of mine, but you want to give me like 10 cards for it. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of those kinds of trades. If I have a $150 card that I'm trying to move, either sell or trade, I'm really not interested in getting 7 cards for it. I'm at the point now where I have a really focused personal collection, real focused PC, about, you know, 8 to 10 guys that I really like to collect. I'm not trying to expand outwards of that. There was a time when I was collecting any and every good pitcher. I've gotten almost a damn autograph and a patch card of every pitcher there is, nearly. So I'm really focusing on certain players. And sometimes I feel bad, you know, if guys want to offer me, you know, I got a card that they like and they want it, but they don't have any of the players I collect to offer me for it in return, and I feel bad. But you know, it's just the way it is. You get the other one that I get a lot is, I'll trade you some cards that you can sell to make the same value for that card. You know, I have a $200 card and you want it, but you want to give me cards that aren't from my PC or nothing. You want to give me a bunch of cards that I can sell to get the money for the card that I was going to get that you want from me. My response to that is always, how about you sell the cards that you want me to sell, and then when you have the money, you can buy the card from me. That seems logical. You know, it just seems like a lot of extra work for me to do in order to trade a card. I'm going to trade it to you, then you're going to send them all to you. Now I got to list all these cards on eBay and sell them to try and recoup my half of the deal. Now I have made trades in the past. There are a few times where I have made trades in the past where I've traded, you know, 1 card for 3 cards, or I'm the guy that's giving the other guy 3 cards for the 1 card. But that's because, you know, that was discussed between the two of us, and that's what the other person wanted, or something like that. But it gets a little ridiculous sometimes. You know, I've gotten offers, seriously, like 15 cards for 1 card. You know, 15 $5 to $10 cards for a freaking $150 card. And I know I use values. I keep saying sale values of cards because that's most of the time what we work off of as far as trying to make a fair deal. You know, value wise, where are they going to go value wise? If I'm trading with somebody that's a good friend of mine and it's PC for PC, like the value doesn't come into factor in as much. You know, I'm very generous, I think, when it comes to trades. I like to, when I trade with people or even sell guys cards of their PC, I try and hook them up better deals than they are on eBay and stuff like that. Which leads me to another thing that kind of pisses me off. Is just because I collect a player doesn't mean that I should have to give you more for your card of that player than anybody else is going to give you for that card. You know what I'm saying? Why should I give you $75 for a Frank Thomas autograph when the same autograph goes on eBay for $50? Because I like Frank Thomas and you know that I like Frank Thomas, so I should have to give you more money for it? Like, that's not cool. A lot of people have that approach. A lot of guys come at me like that about a card. Oh, I know you like Frank. Here's fucking this card. Give me $125. And I'm like, well, the thing only sells for this much. You know? And that kind of stuff. I know that everybody else, I'm sure a lot of you guys deal with the same kind of stuff too. So if you got any comments you want to leave or about your trading thoughts and ideas, sales, stuff like that, and you know how it works. You know, everybody, we all want to get the most. We all want to get the most return for our cards. I spend a lot of money on fucking cards, more than I should. Most of it's done at the card shop, and I don't record a lot of my own personal breaks and stuff like that. But for you guys that go to the card shop with me and hang out with me, you guys know what I'm talking about. I go overboard sometimes and kick myself in the ass all the way home, and sometimes you want to, you know, recoup your money for some of the cards, you know. You got to sell some. And some guys don't understand that. You know, people don't understand, well, yeah, I really want to sell this card. Well, I'd like to, you know, and they want to trade, and they want to trade, and they want to trade. But there's some times where you got to recoup some cash. And there's a lot of my buddies have had cards that I really wanted to trade for. And they needed money, and I didn't have the money, so I told them to sell the card, because I can't. You know, I won't be able to do it. And I know they're not trying to trade me for some stuff that they're not interested in just because I really like their card. That's the way it works. Another one, the trading for spots in a break. Oh, boom, we're going to do a Mailday right in the middle of this. We're going to do this Mailday right in the middle of this. Because this is an instance where I traded my buddy Clyde. I traded a card for spots in a break, which is basically me buying the card from him, so you guys can understand that. I think a lot of you guys don't get that. I get guys asking me to trade them cards for spots and breaks. Okay, spots and breaks are not free. Okay, like when you guys join group breaks, all the money from the break doesn't go in my pocket. It has to cover the case, it has to cover supplies, it has to cover shipping, it has to cover all that. Okay, so I think some guys, you just think that it's like spots are nothing. Or I've had guys try and trade, this is the other one, they want to trade me a card for group break credit, but they want more group break credit than the card is worth. Like, they want to give me a $50 card, but they want $100 group break credit. It's the same. A $50 card, sale value $50 cash money, is the same as $50 cash money going into a group break. Okay, please understand that. I traded Clyde for a Nolan Ryan card that he got out of his Triple Threads case, and he was going to put it on eBay. He threw a bunch of extra stuff in here. I'm going to show it to you. Mariano Rivera, pretty nice for the pitcher PC. A real nice Schaefer Hall, prospect green refractor. A Johan jersey, pitcher PC. Real nice Alexi Ogando. That's my first Topps Chrome Ogando. Thank you very much, Clyde. And a Noesi. Wow. Topps Chrome refractor, Hector Noesi. And this is the card that we traded for. Nolan Ryan, numbered 7 out of 18. Ryan Express, front and back. Real nice. Thank you very much, Clyde. You're the man. And there's a redemption, I think it's cover in the back. A redemption card, thing scratched and covered. Yeah, I have done that before. I'm not doing that anymore. There's once in a great while, the card is right, and I want to do it, I'll do that. Why that went sour for me, I had one guy, I told him I would trade him one card. There was one card he had that I told him I'd give him group break credit for. Okay, pal. This is another thing. Be honest about the condition of your cards, man. If you're gonna trade somebody a card and there's a ding on it or something like that, tell the person about it before you send them the card. Don't keep that shit under wraps, because then you're gonna have somebody pissed off in the end via the trade. Okay, so one card in particular. So I get the Mailday from this person. we did another trade, cards on the side. We had a trade in itself, cards for cards, boom. Then we had another card he was going to send me. I was going to give him credit and a break. Okay, first off, the card that was going to be for credit and the break showed up bad condition, terrible condition, mangled. Way worse than I thought it was going to be. So we are already on a different page as far as how much credit I thought that card was worth in the condition it was in. The other thing, the guy threw in 3 more cards without telling me, without saying anything. Threw in 3 more cards. I thought they were like bonuses or something. I was excited about it at first. Come to find out via PMs on YouTube and messages that it was his idea that those extra cards would also go towards credit in a group break, and which was never discussed. Nothing of that nature. You know, that's basically saying, you know, doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. No need to go on any farther about that. But there's a lot of guys I'm talking to right now trying to work on some deals, some cards that I know they really want for their PC, and I'm always trying my best to work with you guys the best to get you a good deal, and in the end still get something for myself. I will not trade you a really nice high dollar card of mine that you know what you're going to get and send it to you and you send me a blind trade for it. I don't do that either. What's the point of that? What if you send me stuff and I don't want it or I don't like it? You know, this stuff happens more and more with big dollar cards. I tend to see. So if I have a big dollar card, you want to trade for it, I want to at least know what the hell I'm getting in return for it, or you know, we can work out something further from there. This is turning into a nice little 12-minute video. I'm probably forgetting some things, but this is just my thoughts on trading, what I'm looking for in trades. I like to trade. I really do. I think it's a huge part of our hobby. Every time I pull a card that I know that somebody is a friend of mine or on YouTube that they collect it, it hits me in the brain right away. Oh, this person would like this card, and I set it aside for the hopes that we can make a deal. And if we don't, then I end up doing something else with the card. But I don't like feeling like I'm getting the short end of the stick more often than not, and or like we're not on the same page as to what kind of deals, you know, what should happen when you're actually making a trade with cards. Anyway, that's it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.